What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar. C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are looking at Dash today. Dash, man, that's an OG coin right there. If you don't know Dash, then you probably haven't been in crypto for long, because even if you've never bought in this thing before, man, you've had to have heard about it. It's a very it's an OG coin, man. It's been around. Let's see. I mean, it's still in the top 100. I know that, but I wonder where. Let's see. I'm not gonna go through and look. Let's see. Dash. We're gonna cheat. Dash. Oh my goodness. Dash is not in the top 100. Wow. It's in 103. That's not a good thing, I guess, going from being in the top 100 to being out of it, but it is an OG coin. Okay, it says rank 102. I swear when I typed it up here, it says 103, but I'm going to trust this. It says 102 right now. So, Dash has a market cap of $383 million. I used to know more about this. I've forgotten what their whole deal is with Dash. I'm sure it wants to be a decentralized payment system that uses smart contracts or blockchain or whatever to help with cross-border payments, blah, blah, blah. You know the spiel. It's just another one of those, just like every crypto. But what it has over most cryptos is the fact that it's an OG. It's been around for a while. And it hasn't, yes, I mean, don't get me wrong, from $1,400 to $33, I guess it's shit the bed, but it hasn't gone to zero. It has still seen some kind of price action in the midst. It's not just a straight death spiral and then just flat lining. It hasn't done that. It hasn't done that yet, at least. But let's look at it. This video comes at the request of Mr. HJ. HJ, we're doing this one for you, man. I'm sorry it took so long to get out, but looking at it here, I don't know. Let's look at it on the 6 month. It's got enough time frame. It's got enough candles. Damn, man. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To be fair, these last two are kind of more neutral 6 month candles, but you have not seen a green 6 month candle in a while. You're overdue. You're overdue. Let's see. Looking at it, you are below the 50 on the 6 month. On the RSI, that's not necessarily a good thing. On the 3 month, you're below the 50 as well. Getting lower closes on the 3 month, not necessarily a good thing either. Coming down to the monthly, you did reject. You kind of had a double top here at lower points in the RSI. You're now at 37. You're below the 40. You're in the bearish control zone, but you're also at an area where this likes to turn around. So you're not quite there yet. Maybe you go a little lower. Maybe even go a little bit lower than this area. For the first time in Dash's history, you form like the lowest that it's ever seen on its monthly RSI. But you might turn around from there. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Where you could go, I don't know. Are you gonna see 1400 again? At the moment, I guess actually this was 1625. At the moment, I am inclined to believe no. You will not. I don't think you will. But that doesn't mean that this thing's over. It doesn't mean that it's over at all. Let's see. Total supply. It doesn't have the max supply. Circulating supply, 24-hour volume. Yeah, that's the fact that the fully diluted volume is almost double what the current market cap is. I don't like that. I really don't like that. Not for a long-term hold. That sets this thing up, even if it's successful. That sets it up from a price point to just bleed over time, which it kind of is doing, right? Man, you haven't been above the 50 in a while. I don't necessarily like it at this point in time, but that doesn't mean it can't do good. If we were to take this last high here, and let's say we go lower than this. At the moment, I'm inclined to believe that we do go lower than $27 for Dash. If we go lower than this, let's say we go to these previous highs over here, right around $16. Okay, let's say we do something like that. If we go to there, from $16, the 618 is all the way at $100. I guess that's $17, all the way at $133. So that's a nice move up, man. I mean, that from bottom to the 618, that's an over. That's like almost an 8x in price from about $16. Yeah. All right, let's see. I'm measuring it wrong. Let me see. 15 and a half, whatever. We'll do 15 and a half, sure. Yeah, that would be an over an 8x. And again, I know it says 766%, but 100% is a 2x. 200% is a 3x, 400% is a 5. So 766% is an 8.6x. So that's good. That's nothing to be ashamed about. In crypto, that's kind of weak. It's kind of small. Compared to Bitcoin, it can be kind of good, but let's do that. Let's compare it before we get too much further. Actually, let's compare it to Bitcoin. Let's see. We'll go. I'm on Kraken, by the way, because it has it. From what I can see, it has the most historical data. Kraken's a pretty legitimate exchange, so I'm okay with using that. Man, very weak. You've never on the monthly. You've never been above the 50 ever. Never, not once. Very weak. You're in the oversold zones right now. You get your strongest moves to the downside then, right? Like, look, here we are oversold right there. I guess, I don't know, you had stronger moves over here. So that's not a good example, but oversold here, stronger moves. Getting oversold here, it looks like you're getting ready for stronger moves. This doesn't mean that it has to lose value versus the dollar, but this does mean you will likely lose value against BTC. I have to say, Mr. HJ, Mrs. HJ, whatever you identify with, I don't know. Ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know. You're at the 1618. That's a possible bouncing area. I mean, you did get a nice bounce technically. Let's look at this thing on the weekly. I don't know, man. Looking at the RSI, I'm gonna delete this little white gibberish down here. You are forming. Okay, so it's good and it's bad. You are forming bullish divergence, but you rejected this bearish control zone. That's not a good thing. Generally, even if you're forming bullish divergence right now, whenever you reject the bearish control zone, I would expect that this does go lower. It does go lower. And that doesn't mean that once it goes lower that you can't see that you can't see it have a miraculous move up, but that does mean that you will likely see a strong move down, at least for Bitcoin. And at this point in time, I might be inclined to believe that this 1618 is not the bottom, because you bounced off it, you rejected the 1414, you're doing classic fib behavior, you are stair-stepping, and the next thing to do is go lower. And very likely, I mean at least the 1786, but very likely you would bottom at the 1886 before seeing any kind of major move up. And that doesn't mean it has to be a straight line there, although this thing looks like it likes to move in straight lines. You might have weeks or months in between where it is green, but I don't like it. I very much don't like it against Bitcoin, and I already don't like it against the dollar. Again, I'm using the Kraken chart here because it has a lot of historical data. Yeah, man, on the weekly, you're rejecting the bearish control zone. That's not good. An area that you've rejected over here, over here, over here, and each time it's sent you, right? It's sent you lower. Let's see what we've done. Yeah, lower, 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 probably. Man, the long-term RSI, you're not too bad on the long-term RSI, to be completely fair. Freaking bugs. Someone's sneezing outside. But yeah, man, I don't. To be fair, I'm not trying to harsh anyone's mellow here, but I don't like it. I really don't like it. Let's see, from bottom to top. At the moment, the way that you're interacting with this fib, I would expect that you would see anywhere from about $23, almost $24, $23 to $17 before you have a major bottom, and then from there. Then we can talk prices that are likely going to be above $130 probably. But at the moment, I would say down. Not only that, not only did you reject the bearish control, or you maintained prices in the bearish control zone, you rejected getting out of it. You formed a higher high in the RSI, a local higher high, and you've got local lower lows, or lower highs. That's hidden bearish divergence. And you generally see that in a confirmed aspect. You see that in that follow through in a downtrend, which you're definitely in. So I don't like it. I don't like it, just to put it bluntly. I wouldn't recommend that anybody buys it, not here. If you were to buy it, I would say at least wait for $24, man. At least wait for that. If not, likely lower. Unfortunately, likely lower. Let's see. Rejected the purple line there, found support on it here. This thing likes the purple line on the weekly, man. A lot of cryptos do actually on the weekly, and some of them on the daily. Not all of them, but let's see. Yeah, this one kind of likes it on the daily too, actually. looking at the daily, yeah, man, this is bearish. It's bad. It's very bad. I really don't like it. I really, really, really don't like it. You can't even get into the overbought zone. You're so weak. Anytime that you get above the 50, it's very short-lived. It's very short-lived. It's very short-lived. This was your strongest move right here in a long time, and you still couldn't get overbought. And you're back below the 50, probably just about as long as you were above it. And most of the time, throughout all that, like throughout all this, look at how much time you spent in the lower areas, in bearish control areas. So I definitely don't like this, man. You're getting volume increasing as you're going down. Like if we were getting volume increasing as we're going up, that'd be a good thing. Volume increasing as you're going down, it has the opposite effect. Not always. Sometimes you do want to see, and I mean, I guess traditionally you would like to see your low have a very high spike in volume. But I don't know, man. I don't like it. Truthfully, I don't like it. In short term, in long term, I don't like it. My recommendation for this, I mean, it's not financial advice. None of it's financial advice. It's my opinion. But if you were my mother, I would be like, Mom, cut your losses. Wait until it gets to $24. Wait until it gets to $17 maybe, and then get back in. That would be my honest guess, my best opinion. I don't like it, man. I think it looks bad. I wasn't expecting this. I actually do like Dash. I forget what it is that they're trying to do, but I know that they're legitimate. They're not a scam company by any means, man. But even legitimate companies with good products, they can fizzle out, and that's basically what this thing's doing, I think. Let's see from high, and that's the thing, man. With the fully diluted supply, you got the total supply here, but what's the max supply? It doesn't say. If I go here, I click on Bitcoin. Its total supply, its max, it has its max supply. You didn't have that for Dash. You go to Ethereum, its max supply, it says it's infinite at least. It doesn't even say what the max supply is for Dash. I don't like that. I really don't like that, actually. You generally see that with scams. I don't think Dash is a scam, again, but there's some kind of lack of transparency. And again, the fully diluted valuation would be about twice as much as what it is now. So that leaves Dash a lot of room to just kind of like bleed out over time. It can still be successful, right? It can still maintain a market cap of hundreds of millions of dollars, but lose price because, again, it's not fully circulated. Half of its coins, almost, let's say 40% of its coins, aren't in circulation. So as those get released, and if the max supply itself it's like unlimited, then that can just continue to happen. And that doesn't mean that this isn't a legitimate company. Again, having that much, and I say company, I mean coin, I'm sorry. Doesn't mean that, and there is probably a company or developers who are behind it or whatever, but having a market cap like this, it can maintain this as coins come out into circulation, but the price will drop, you know what I mean? So that's only good for the people who are actually involved with Dash, who are like actually involved with the product, the project, the miners, stuff like that. For the investors, it's not good. Something like this would be incentive, people, whoever is working for Dash or developing on Dash, getting paid in Dash, it's incentive to just sell it. And that's why you get this kind of like long, slow bleed. I'm being not philosophical, but I'm not being technical right now. Getting back to the technicals, going from the all-time high to the last cycle's low, we rejected the 618 area. We actually went above, again, classic behavior that I've noticed. You go a little bit above the 618, you reject the 0.69 actually, and then you come lower. And with this, I don't like it. I really don't like it, man. From the bottom to the top, yeah, at this point, the minimum expectation would be $16.5 actually, with a potential to go to $6. And this, I like that $16 minimum as an idea, because that also, if I put a line right there, that's where this previous topping area was. So I do think, actually, I know I said 24 to 17, but I am looking at this now on the monthly. I'm definitely more inclined to believe that we do go to this previous topping area. Maybe we go a little bit below it. I doubt that we go like straight down into this range. You know, we won't go like down into. We're probably gonna bottom around the top area, which could be anywhere from like $11 to $16. But all this to say, man, it's just a lot of me saying I don't like it. I really don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't. You couldn't even get to the 382, and you broke below the 100. That's not good. It's really not good. Hate to see it. Hate to see it, man. Dash was one of the greats. The fact that it also got out of the top 100 is really not a good thing. It is an OG coin. I'm sure it will do decent in the next rally. There will probably be coins that are better than Dash in the next rally, though. So my genuine opinion on this is forget about it, man. That's what I gotta say. I could be wrong, man. This thing, it has seen all-time highs at $1,600, but let's do the math real quick, right? We're at a price right now where it puts it at a $383 million market cap. If we were to 10x, that'd be $3.8 billion. If we were to 100x, that'd be 30.8 billion, right? Or 38 billion. I'm sorry, 38 billion. If we were to 1000x, that'd be $380 billion. Okay, 1000x would be $3,000, 3,300. So half of that. Sorry, I know. Just bear with me here. Half of that would put it right around 1,600. Right around the previous all-time high. So half of a 1000x, which again a 1000x would put it at $383 billion, because it's at 383 million right now. A 1000x would put it at 383 billion. So half of that would be a 190. Yeah? No? Yes. 191.5. $191 billion market cap. For a coin that's not in the top 100, that's been in the top 100 and rejected it, I don't see you being worth $100 billion again, man. I really don't see that happening. I do think that this is the all-time high. This happened in the midst of the mania, and your previous all-time high didn't even come close to that. And you rejected a very critical area, being right around that 618. And this generally spells, whenever you get this kind of rejection, this generally almost always spells that you're going to see an extension from this low to high. And the minimum extension to expect would be $16.50, which again is right at this previous topping range, which makes a whole lot of sense to me. So bearish, definitely bearish. I'm sorry, all that to say bearish. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.